We have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
That's what I want to find out.
And then I say who's on first.
No one played the name game quite like Abbott and Costello.
I don't know. What's the guy's name on third base?
What's on second?
Who's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Poor Lou never did get the names right. It's a good bit, though.
It starts really with asking yourselves, what's the story here? And you have to have a name that sort of supports that.
And it's not all that different from what David Placek goes through every day.
It's not really about a love of names. It really is about solving problems.
He's known as a namer. His company, Lexicon, based in Sausalito, California, has named some of the biggest products around. It came up with Outback for Subaru.
A Chevrolet Malibu with the all-new OnStar with 4G LTE.
OnStar for General Motors. Pentium for Intel, and the bottled water Dasani for Coca-Cola.
When you think about it, nothing is used more often or for a longer period of time than someone's either company name or their brand name.
I mean, it sticks, whatever, for better or for worse.
It does. It's also the one thing that your competitor can't take away from you in the end. We're about ideas, and so this is where we post ideas.
He charges as much as $100,000 to name a new product. And it's not as easy as Don Draper makes it look on Mad Men.
It's not called the wheel. It's called the carousel.
I've never seen that moment in 30 years of doing this.
It never happens like that.
It doesn't happen like that.
This is the needle of a Singer sewing machine, whose name and reputation you've known all your life.
It used to be that successful product names were often family names, like Singer sewing machines or Hoover vacuum cleaners.
But as companies got bigger and marketing came into the picture, people began making the decision that I've got to be bigger than my own name.
Ford can still bank on its family name, despite its poorly named Edsel. But newer automakers like Elon Musk had to break through with something different.
Let's take Tesla, which I think is a wonderful name. If Elon Musk had decided to call that, you know, the Musk, yeah, provocative, but kind of slow-moving, and it doesn't have the aspirational quality of a Tesla.
For the record, Tesla is not one of Lexicon's creations, but it does adhere to Placek's belief that a good name is like poetry, creating what he calls sound symbolism.
Individual letters create individual sounds, and those sounds evoke certain qualities.
He researched the letter B, for example.
B, the sound of B was one of the most reliable sounds in the English language.
Just the sound of a B?
Just the sound B, okay.
That was important when it came time to name the BlackBerry. Originally, its makers were keen to use the word mail somewhere in the name.
They wanted something like Easy Mail, Mega Mail, Pro Mail.
But Placek wanted a name that called to mind something different than getting buried in messages from work.
Why don't we say that this is a device that will give you a little more enjoyment, make it easier for you.
Enjoyment and ease conjured up parks and picnics, which, for one of his staff, conjured up the word strawberry. But then they remembered the power of that B sound. Strawberry was scratched for blackberry. The BlackBerry was born.
Look at this, it's got a handle on it. I don't have to climb up.
But sometimes the best names have nothing to do with real words at all, like the Swiffer. Procter & Gamble had no idea what to call its dust rag at the end of a stick.
We began looking at words and terms around cleaning that were very efficient and effective. And so you have this notion of swiping and sweeping, and we got at a certain point to swift, right? And then we took the T off, and then we added an F, and then we made it more verbal, and there's Swiffer.
Hence Swiffer, which means nothing beforehand. It was a completely made-up word.
That's right.
The only truth in the naming business seems to be that every product needs one, but no two can be alike. And with only 26 letters in the alphabet, namers have their work cut out for them.
You don't worry you're ever going to run out of names?
No, I don't. I think we're going to be okay.